Hello friends, in this video tutorial, let us see the concept of views in TSQL. Okay, so for this let us go to SSMS. Now we will create our views and test the views in db_test database. For this let us first of all create a table. Okay, so we have created a students table. So let us go and refresh. Okay, so now the students table has been created. Let us insert few rows. Okay, now we have inserted two rows for computers as the subject of students and course of the students, and we have inserted one row for civil as the course of the students. So let us select star from students and we will able to see all the three records. If we put a where clause, then we will, for computers as the course, then we will see only two records. So now let us create a view for this particular query, that is where we want to filter the records based on computers as the subject. For that, the syntax is create view, view name as, and then the select query with the where clause. Okay, so let us create the view. The view has been created. So now we can see the view is over here. If you want to see the what we have written as part of code of the view, then we can go over here, script the view to the new window, and here is the statement that we have used to create the view. Okay, so let us close this. Now which are the kind of operations that we usually do with the view? So we select data. Okay, first thing is we can select data from the view. So let us execute it. So we will get the filtered output from the table. The table contains 3 rows, out of which 2 rows are for computer as the subject, and we are getting 2 rows only as the output from the view. Okay, so it is the filtered output with the help of view. Let us update. We can see right now the age of the student is for all the 3 students. Let us see what is the age. Okay, so for all the 3 students the age is 23.5. So with the help of view, let us update the age of all records. So now records, only 2 records must have been updated because only 2 records qualify as part of the view. Okay, so now let us go and select all records from the base table, and we can see that the first and the third record which are forming, which can be output through the view, have been changed. Okay, so this records data has been changed, whereas the the record for civil, which is not forming part of the view, that has not been updated. Okay, now let us delete with the help of the view. So with the help of the view, only the first and the third records will get deleted, second record will not get deleted. So let us execute delete. Let us again see the students table. So we can see the second record is as it is. Okay, so now let us insert with the help of the view. Okay, let us first of all insert some data with the help of the base table itself, right? So let us fire an insert on the base table. So one row has been inserted. Let us see the data in the base table. So one row is for computers, one row is for civil. Now let us insert with the help of the view, okay, one more record which is related to computers. And now let's again see the data. So we can see 2 records for computers, 1 record for civil, which is now present in the base table. Now, okay, so we can verify it. If we search the data with the help of view, we will see only records related to computers, and if we query data on the base table, we will see all the 3 records. Okay, so now we can conclude that if we select, then we get data, we are able to see data only which are filtered by the view. If we update, the data is getting updated for only those records which are getting filtered by the view. Similarly, if we delete with the help of view, then only those records are deleted which are filtered by the view, okay, which are output by the view. Only those records will be deleted. But so all these three things operations are holding good with respect to view. But now let us see one interesting thing. What if we enter a record for civil with the help of this view? And this view has got a where clause for computers. Okay, has got where clause for these computers. So what we are going to do, we are going to insert a record for civil with the help of this view, which is for computers, and we are able, and we will see that the record will get inserted. Okay, so now one record has got inserted, which means this is an invalid insert. Why? Because ideally this view should be able to insert only records related to computers. Okay, so now what is the solution? The solution is with check option. We have to specify these keywords with check option at the time of creation of the view. So let us alter the view The syntax is alter view and the view name as and the select statement with check option. So now let us alter the view. Now this view has got with check option written. Okay, we can verify it. We can script the view to some other window and we can verify. Okay, so we see that now with check option is written as part of the view. So now let us go and try to insert one more record which is related to civil with the help of this view. Okay, and so it will throw an error. Okay, so now this is throwing an error, which means now we can no longer insert a record related to civil for this computer related view. Why? Because we have specified with check option. Okay, now let us create a schema related to computers. Okay, so okay, I have already created the schema. It is already existing. That's why it is giving this error. So let me just first of all go and delete the schema. Okay. Okay, so now let us create a schema related to computers. Okay, so let us select this, let us execute. So now the schema has been created, so we can verify the schema over here. So schema, let us refresh. So now this schema is available related to computers. Now let us see what is schema binding of views. Once we bind the view to the schema, that is we do schema binding of the view, then we can not edit the base table structure, okay, till the time the view is existing. That is, we cannot edit the base table structure in such a way that it affects the view. Okay, so whatever columns are getting selected as part of the view, those particular columns and structure we cannot edit or modify. Okay, so now let us create a view. Okay, this which we will create as part of the schema underscore computers schema. Okay, so let us create a new view. Now over here we are specifying with schema binding option. Okay, so now this view has been created and it is bound to the table called dbo underscore students. So now we cannot alter the dbo underscore students table. Let us select the data. So we are able to filter out the two records of students with the help of this view. Now let us try to drop the table. It will give an error. Okay, because now a schema binding view is existing on this table, so we cannot drop this table. Also let us try to alter a column which is getting selected in the view. That can also not be done. Okay, because there is a schema bound view existing on this table and its column, so this particular column cannot be edited or modified because it affects the schema bound view. Okay, now let us see what happens if we do not have this with schema binding written. Okay, with schema binding written, then let us alter the view. Everything is same except we remove the with schema binding option. Okay, and now if we want to drop the table, we can drop the table. Okay, now so which means this particular view which was based on this particular table db underscore students is now orphan. Okay, so now we cannot select records from this view, so it will give an error. Okay, now let us solve this problem. Let us recreate the table. Okay, so now the table is created. Let us insert some rows. Okay, and now if you again select for the same view, we will be able to select the data because now the table which was dropped has been recreated and some data has been inserted. Okay, so now we are able to again see some records from the base table. Okay, similarly let us create a schema for civil related records. Okay, again I have already created the schema, so let me just go and delete this particular schema. Okay, now let me create the schema again. Okay, execute. So schema is created. Let us verify it. Okay, so now this schema has been created. Now let us create a view, okay, which is schema bound as well as with check option, and it has been created. Okay, so we can go to the view, we can refresh it, and now this view is available. Okay, so we can now go and see the definition of the view, right? So even the comments that we had entered or we had passed to the SSMS at the time of creation of the view, even those are stored as part of the definition of the view, and we can even see those particular comments, okay, when we want to see the definition of the view. Okay, so let us now what if we want to hide the definition of the view? Okay, what if we don't want users to go over here and we don't want users to see what is written as part of this particular view definition? So we can use with encryption option. So let us alter the same view, okay, and this time let us provide encryption, that is with encryption option. And so it has been successfully compiled, which means now if you go right click and go to script view as create to new editor window, it will give an error. So why? Because it will now not be able to display the contents for the definition of the view. So let us click. So now we are able to see the error related to that view. Okay, we are not able to see the definition of this particular view because this view has been now created with the help of with encryption option. So I hope friends this video tutorial on views is useful to you. Thank you.